I'm Dan Reinecke with Unknown Media. Today, I'm going to share with you the difference between a low and a high aperture setting. Your aperture is a hole that allows light to pass into the lens. The aperture is measured by f-stops in photography lenses. A typical range of f-stops for a lens is between f2.8 and f22. The difference between an f2.8 and an f22 would be referred to by a lower and a higher aperture. Opposite of what you would think, the f22 is actually a lower aperture or lower f-stop than an f2.8. The reason for this is that these are actually fractions. So take the f2.8 and make the f a 1. So you'd have 1 over 2.8, which is actually a larger number or a larger opening than a 1 over 22 or an f22. So if you're a little lost, what this basically means is that the lower the aperture, the smaller the hole, meaning the less light that will be let into your camera at once, and your photo will have a greater depth of field, meaning more will be in focus. If you have a high aperture setting, this means the hole that allows light in is a lot bigger, and more light will enter your camera and your depth of field will be reduced. It may seem like a lot, but if you think about it like your eye, you'll be just fine. The more open your eye is, the more light that enters, like a high aperture. But if you start to close your eye, the less light that gets in, just like a lower aperture. I'm Dan Reinecke, and that's the difference between a low and a high aperture. Take your best shot.